In this week's special edition of Coach's Corner, the championship edition, I'm joined, as always, by Plymouth State men's ice hockey head coach Craig Russell. Coach, as always, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
A fantastic semifinal win on Tuesday, 7-1 over Fitchburg State. But it was a game of essentially two halves. First period, a little bit sloppy, as we mentioned during our interview in game. But what changed from the first to the second and third period to help propel you to that 7-1 win?
I think the guys just have to settle into the game. Sometimes it takes a full period, sometimes a period and a half to really get into the groove and get going. I thought we played a pretty strong game in the first, actually. We had 18 shots on net, and there were some pretty good grade A's. We gave up 11, which isn't great, but I don't think many of those were very threatening. They had a couple of bouncing pucks that came in that ended up to be a little bit tricky for Evan, but at the end of the day, I mean, it was a pretty decent first period for the first playoff game, and we had to let that crowd energy kind of get us into it a little bit as well. So pleased with the effort. Obviously, I think that was our most complete game for the entire season to this point, and then hopefully we can build off of that tomorrow.
A great addition back in your lineup. You got Matt Volanino back from injuries, missing 12 games up until the semifinal game. What does he bring to the lineup as a boost for your team?
Matt brings a lot. He's got a ton of skill. We moved him to center this year, and that's really been the biggest change for him. Really puts him in the middle of the ice, gets him more touches. He's got a lethal release on his shot, but he's turned into a little bit more of a playmaker. Because he gets more touches, he's able to make players around him better. He's got great vision, great IQ. He's so strong at protecting the puck. When he gets possession of it, it's really difficult to take it away from him. So he gives us more of that puck possession game, and he gives us another scoring threat.
Another championship appearance in the MASCAC coming up tomorrow night. Your sixth straight. What does that mean to this program, having so much dominance essentially over the last 6 years, and kind of how special will tomorrow night be for you, or is it just another game having been there so many times?
Well, first off, it means so much to the program for us to be able to be in the championship game again. I mean, it's becoming old hat, I guess, to a degree, but at the same time, every year is different and every team is different, and these guys are just as fired up as last year. They're ready for some redemption, definitely. We feel that we've put together a championship caliber team that can also move into the NCAA tournament and make some noise there on behalf of the league. So I think it's fantastic for these guys to be able to say that they've been in 4 straight, our senior class. They're 1 and 2 in it, though, and that's not sitting well. So we want to get them to 500, and then we want to continue to build, and hopefully we can continue to be in more in the future.
Along with that streak in the championship, you guys face Salem State, the number 2 seed in the MASCAC, tomorrow in the championship. The 4th straight time against them. You talk about the redemption with that 4-0 loss on the road last year against them, but what do the Vikings really bring to the table? You're already 2-0-1 against them this year, but it's kind of been 2 different seasons for the Vikings. Most recently, you guys had that 4-0 win back on February 14th, but it seems that they've really hit a groove. How do you guys stop them tomorrow night?
Jason Pucciarelli, their goaltender, is going to have to be their best player, and he basically is every single night. He's a fantastic goalie. Was in Marcus Salzer's shadow a little bit last year. Marcus himself is a fantastic goalie. We're going to have to capitalize on our grade A's. There's probably not going to be a lot of special teams play, so that'll be very crucial for us to be on the positive side of that at the end of the day. We're just going to have to stay the course. There's going to be moments that they carry the play, and then there's going to be moments when we carry the play as well. We'll let the energy for the crowd kind of feed us a little bit and get us into it, and as well, hopefully we can provide some energy for them. It's definitely a big deal to have these games at home. Home ice advantage has played into this in a massive way in the past couple of years going against Salem. So, hopefully tomorrow night the puck bounces in our favor. We just have to control what we can control, and that's our effort, and that's our game plan, and making sure that we stay within our shape and keep our compete level high.
Well, Coach, as always, thank you for joining us. Best of luck in the championship game.
All right, thank you very much.
And fans, be sure to check out that championship game tomorrow night at Hanaway Rink. Puck drop scheduled for 7 p.m. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Be sure to get out there and support your Panthers.